Okay, you guys, so for our color, we're gonna grab our oil pastels and we're gonna grab a red and I'm gonna get a brown. I'm trying to make sure I have colors that you guys have. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with our bird. And you're just gonna color him in. We've colored with oil pastels a gajillion times. If you've got the thicker oil pastels, you'll need to be careful around your little details. You guys know that. And we're just gonna work to color him in, okay? Remember, if you need to wipe off your oil pastels before you get going, you can on a tissue or a paper towel or a white piece of paper, whatever you have near you. Mine look pretty clean, so I just kind of jumped right in. Notice how I'm kind of taking care to go up to the black lines, really filling in that space, not leaving too many white spaces, working hard to kind of make sure all the white gaps on my cardinal are filled in. And the cool thing about having used Sharpie at the beginning, guys, is that you can literally color right over it. And it's not gonna disappear, it's not gonna mess your bird up. Don't worry if you get out of the lines a little bit. Just try to keep it as neat as you can. So this will take a little while to get him all colored. So I'm gonna pause and pick back up once I have him finished. Okay, you guys, so once you have your bird completely colored with the red, except for his mask, you left his mask and his beak, we're gonna go back in, take your brown, and we're just gonna use your brown to do a little bit of shading. Let's darken up some of these areas right around where his feather details are. And watch what I do. I'm just gonna kind of take that brown straight back, just so that it looks like, see how he has a little more definition now, how he's not just flat red? And we can do that a little bit in his tail even too. We can darken up that red with a little bit of brown. See how I'm just kind of making those marks, just so that I didn't cover up all the red. I just kind of went streaky over it. And then we can also, the underneath side of his body is gonna be darker too. So we're gonna add in some brown. We're gonna layer some brown on top of our red down there too, because this is where the light would not be. The light would be hitting him from the top. So we're making our darker shadow underneath. Can you guys see that? Okay. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go and we're gonna color in his little mask. Remember this part? So this is gonna be black too. So you're gonna find my black is a little bit dirty. I've got another piece of paper under here. Oh, I'm just kidding, guys. That is definitely not black. That is navy blue. Okay, let's switch it up. Black, found it. Okay, so we're gonna take our black and we're gonna color in his mask, because cardinals' faces have, at least the male cardinals, have this black piece right around their eye. So the only thing that's gonna show is that little white speck of eye that we had at the beginning. See that right there? So you've still got that little white highlight showing, but his little face mask is all colored in, okay? So we got our black on. Last thing we're gonna do on the bird is our beak. So I want you to grab your orange, and we're gonna do our beak orange, but it's not gonna stay like bright orange, because this orange is pretty vivid. We're gonna do the same thing to his beak, except we're gonna use a little bit of the red. So a little bit more kind of a reddish orange, and you can kind of put it in the middle. It kind of looks like he has on lipstick at first. And then we're gonna take the brown and do the same thing. So we're gonna kind of add just some layers of brown and red so that his beak doesn't look like neon orange. You see that? You could also, if you want, I didn't do this, but you could leave a little white space at the top of his beak if you wanted to show that highlight coming off his beak right there. You could just stop your color a little bit before the top if you want to do that, okay? The last thing you're going to work on today, guys, if you are already to the coloring, is working on your branches. And here's what you're going to do. You can use your brown. You probably have light brown and dark brown, maybe just dark brown. You can color your branches. Start getting them all colored in. Another thing you can do with the branches, guys, is color almost all the way up to the top, but not completely, so that we leave kind of a light white highlight across the top of the branch. And if that's too much for you, if that's too highlighty, you can always color that all in. But see how I left that little bit of white across the top? So you're gonna work on your branches. You're also gonna work on your leaves. And the leaves you can have lots of flexibility with. I think I'm gonna do my leaves. I'm gonna start with my light green. You guys all will have one of these. So I'm going to do the whole leaf. I'll show you one leaf first. I'm going to do the whole leaf light green first. Then I'm going to grab my dark green and just put a little dark green close to the bottom of the leaf where the leaf touches the branch. Again, just so that we can get our leaves looking like they are not just one flat color, but that they have some dimension and texture to them. Okay, so let me color in one more. Okay, then I'm going to add just that little bit of dark green kind of at the base or even coming around that way. See that? How it makes those leaves look like they've got some depth and dimension to them. So what I want you guys to spend the rest of your time doing is getting your bird and your branches and leaves colored. I want you to leave the entire background because we are going to work on painting that during our next session. Okay? I can't wait to see you guys face to face. If I haven't seen you yet, this week I know is a little bit different, and we'll get our Cardinals knocked out this week. Great work today, you guys.